Hi, I'm Capt. Stanford, Texas Fish Tips, this is your weekly fishing report. Okay guys, over here in good old Brown Root, right out here, getting this big channel right here, this deep channel. Come on back here. There's been some good reds holding all out right in here. Get your skinny water boat. If you can't, pull your boat off the side and just wait out here. But there's some good reds. They like that fresh mullet. If it's cut mullet or finger mullet, either one, they like them both. But there's some good reds in here. Same way out here, you can come up here into this channel right here, sailboat channel right here, and the same thing. If you can't get any further, or you can run through here, whichever, but you can wait on out through here and find those redfish. There is some good ones, or get your kayak back there. It's a good place to go. There's lots of reds back here right now. Now, if you get back here in sailboat channel, right down through here, there's been holding some black drum. There's about 3 different schools. Most times they won't eat, but sometimes you get lucky and you'll find them. Hang on them, just stay with them, and they like that dead shrimp. Sometimes you put it on jig head and you can chunk it a little easier, and they like it that way. But like a lot of times I'm throwing a free line, just let it drift down real slow and make them want it. Make it sexy and make them want to chew on it. All right. Now early morning, over at good old Phoenix, there's a little hole right in here that's been holding some redfish. There's a few trout mixed in, lots and lots of ladyfish, but small piggies or even croaker, if you got them, or free line mullet. If you throw a shrimp in there, everything else will eat you up, but you will catch a few fish on it. But there's been some good fish all down through here. There's also been a school of reds hanging right here on the incoming tide, and usually cut mullet or finger mullet's doing good. You'll see several boats in there. You'll know those reds are there. And sometimes they move in, sometimes they move out. They're not always there, but sometimes they are. And when it is, it's on fire. Now, you come on over to the north jetty. Inside that jetty, all down through here, has been holding some redfish along these rocks. When it's too rough to get out on them jetties, it's a good place to hide out. If it's not too rough, you can get on the back side of these jetties and be real nice and smooth. Even if it is a little rough, you can go around that corner. Once you get behind that north jetty, you're all right. It's not bad. There's still a few fish in that surf all down through here. But be careful. If it gets too bumpy, just back off and come back towards these jetties. It's the best thing you can do. The south jetties, there's been some bull reds hanging out there, and when you find them, you find them. And they'll eat anything. Finger mullet, they'll eat shrimp, they'll even eat a vaini weenie. You put it on a hook, they'll probably bite that too. Just about everything else you can think of. Now, if you get out here about 4 or 5 miles out away from these jetties, along this beach, you will see birds working. And there's Spanish mackerel, there's blue runners, there's bluefish. There is sharks out there, and you can just drift through them, and there's all kinds of fish. There's kingfish mixed in there too. But there's all kinds of fish. Just look for the birds. You'll see the rain minnows. They're actually brown anchovies, but we call them rain minnows because it looks like it's raining. And it's hard to catch anything. And if you get a jig head with no rubber on it, just a plain old ugly brown jig head, throw it out there bare and just rip it through that water, and those Spanish mackerel will eat it. So will them ladyfish. But they make good shark bait. Anyhow, get on back up here. Anywhere's down through is where them sharks are. But you'll find those redfish around these jetties. Alrighty, over here by the old terminal causeway, this whole area has been holding some redfish. Just drift through here, find you a pothole set up, chunk out there, either cut mullet or finger mullet. There's been some good reds, and they'll move in and move out. If they're not there, just keep on moving. You'll find them. Same way, all down through this OV, we call it the funnel. A lot of times there's mullet hanging right in through here, and that's a great place to throw some mullet in there and catch you a redfish. Now, we've been catching a lot of small reds mixed in with the keeper reds, but there is a lot of reds in here. Anywhere's down through by the old Klondikes, all that, been holding some nice reds. Okay, way over here by old Paradise Key Restaurant, these flats right here is holding some redfish all along that intercoastal waterway. If you set up those little bitty cuts, if you don't catch nothing, about 15-20, move on down. But this whole intercoastal waterway is holding redfish. There's some trout in this deeper hole right about here. There's usually some trout right there, a lot of schoolies, but some of them are keepers. You got to make sure they're 17 inches, and they like shrimp. If you use piggies, you'll get the bigger ones. Also, you keep on going down the intercoastal waterway all the way down through here, and there's rocks right about here. There's been holding some sheep's head and some black drum on it. Anywhere's down through here, this little point right here has been holding some as well. And there's some good fish in there. But you just catch 1 or 2, move on. There'll be some more. But just keep on fishing it. Anywhere's down through here, it's been holding some good redfish and some trout. But you got to be careful that if you throw shrimp, you're going to get a lot of piggies, but you get a lot of trout. Thanks for watching. I'm Captain Doug Stanford.